Hello guys, we are back with our next lecture. In this lecture, let us go through the next routing algorithm, that is nothing but ad hoc on demand distance vector routing protocol. Okay, so if you ask me, this is 100% similar, sorry, it is not 100%, it is 90% similar to dynamic source routing, guys. So the only difference between these two is, in dynamic routing algorithm, if you recall, we used to update the packet and we used to send the whole path, right? Yes, here instead of that you will be just remembering your next node, so where you are going exactly, that's it, simple, right? Yes, so now let us start. So it is also similar to the dynamic, okay, so dynamic source routing. Okay, so we are having two operations or two phases, you can say. One is a route discovery, so discovering the route, and route maintenance. Okay, so route maintenance or route. Okay, yes, so RREQ, the same request packet, route request and route reply packet. Okay, route maintenance and route error packet, guys, that is ERR means. Okay, so here source will not carry the complete path, so that is the main thing that you should remember. So only here partial parts will be collected, combined to know the original path. Got it? Yes. So here each node only knows its previous and next hop. Okay, hop info only. Okay, so each request packet will carry the source ID, destination node ID, recent sequence number. It will increment by 1, guys. Okay, similarly broadcasting ID and hop count +1 always. Okay, yes. So if you start from A, what are the different paths we are having, guys? So from A you can go to B, from A you can go to C. So you will be noting those paths. From A you can go to B, and from A you can go to C, right? Yes. Okay, similarly from B you can go to C, right? Yes. So from C you can go to E as well as you can go to C. So there is one more path in this way, so you'll be writing that also, right? Yes. So from A you can go to B, from A you can go to C. Okay, from C you can go to D, but further there is no path, right? So your destination is H, so from D you cannot go, so this particular path will not be added into our routes. Okay, so now we have one path in this way and one path in this way. So let us continue from E. So from E you can go to F, from E you can go to G, so you got two more paths. From F you can go to H, from G you can go to H as well as I. So you are getting multiple paths if you notice it. So at the end, from F you can go to H, from G you can go to H, from G you can go to I, from I you can go to H. So there are total 3 different paths to reach H, guys. Right? Yes. So basically by understanding the path only you can directly draw this diagram, and if you are interested you can write the packet ID path also, but it's making the image too complex. So that is the reason why I have skipped it, guys. Okay, so it will look in this way, guys. So source ID you can give it the number as a 4 or 1 or 2 or 3 based on your interest, and the destination node is nothing but here our destination is H, and the recent sequence number, if you start from 1, for the next time it will become 2, like that. And the broadcast ID you will be giving a unique ID, so let us give S, and at the end the hop count. So hop count is nothing but the number of change swaps or the number of jumps which you are doing. So basically this one is not a jump, it is a hop, guys. Okay, yes. So the first route is, you can observe, A to B, B to E, E to F, F to H, F to H. Similarly A to C, C to E, E to this way, right? Similarly you can also go in this way. Okay, so if you ask me, there are multiple paths also, even in that way you can go. Okay, so basically I took 3 paths. Okay, yes. So basically you will be counting the hops, guys. How many hops are there? So from 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4 5. So 5 is almost maximum, right? So let us avoid it. So why we need to use it? So based on your algorithm, so if you are using any other algorithm in relation with this algorithm, then based on that algorithm, like shortest distance or based on congestion and all those things, you'll be deciding any one of them. Okay, yes. So in this way this algorithm will work, guys. Okay, yes. So I hope everyone got a clear idea about AODV. So in the next lecture we'll be discussing about ZRP, guys. I think that is the last algorithm, I think so, I'm not sure, but I think so, guys. Okay, just give me a second. Yes, that is the last algorithm of this particular routing protocols. Okay, guys, there are almost 20 to 30 routing algorithms for VANETs, guys, but these are in our syllabus specifically mentioned. So that is the reason why I'm going only with these 4 algorithms. So if your syllabus is having some other algorithms, please make sure you are going through them also. Okay, yes. So in the next lecture we'll be continuing with the ZRP algorithm, guys. That is nothing but zone routing protocol. Okay, yes. So let us meet in the next lecture. Thank you. Thanks for watching.